bad little thing. Look like Issa Rae, don't need a visa, pay, she insecure. She a freak, okay, she love them freaky things. Bad little thing. Look like Issa Rae, don't need a
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Northbound. This is episode 48, and I am here with my lovely guests, EverythingOShauN and DJ XP. And I just want to, really big them up because a new EP just dropped. And we have Everything Is Right Here, side A. And before we start talking about that, I want to let you guys introduce yourselves to the world right here on Northbound.
Oh, I always find always interesting how to introduce myself.
Right.
Well, my name is EverythingOShauN, like she said. I'm a recording artist. I like to throw in my background, Jamaican, Nigerian.
For sure.
Of course, Toronto, Brampton represented, you know what I mean? And my producer, Express, that's my actual brother. Mm-hmm. So for people that don't know, that's my brother. And there you go, hit him with.
Yeah, and I'm Express, aka DJXP, producer, DJ, songwriter, all of that.
And what's funny is that I was actually going to get into it and be like, so how do you guys know each other? But no, you guys have known each other for a while.
We killed that one already. Yeah,
exactly.
That's the brother.
And so a little bit about your background. You said you're both Nigerian and Jamaican, and I know that has a bit of an influence on your music. Yeah. We just heard Rent Free right here on Northbound, and that is my track. It's been bumping. I definitely hear the cultural aspect, so tell me about this single.
Well, I think the last project we talked about wanting to get more into our culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
We've always played with the idea in the studio with Afrobeat, with these sounds, but it wasn't really time for us to do it yet.
Yeah.
And we felt like because we are from that's our our motherland, we can decide to do it whenever we felt like it. You know what I mean? So it started to happen last year with our record called Odema. You guys played that before too.
Yes,
yeah,
I think that was the first single How I Found You.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm really into the Afrobeats. I'm with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was Odema was one of our first. We had a record on the same project called Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little more upbeat than Odema. And then we saw the success of how people were gravitating towards that sound and that vibe from us particularly.
Right.
For sure.
So when we were talking about our next projects, we said we gotta start. We gotta go that way.
We have
and
to.
he created. You could start.
Yeah, that beat started.
Beat.
Yeah, it started a while ago, but it didn't sound the way that I wanted it to. But as time kind of went on and the pandemic and stuff like that was happening, I kind of was able to focus in on what I wanted to sound like. So things started coming together in a new way. So
well, I'm happy that it's out, and now when we can actually be outside, because it's definitely something you want to dance to, right? And for a recap for everybody who need to go and watch the music video, the music video was directed by Christine Bocci.
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Love her.
Chris, yes.
And shot by Toronto's own 88 Everything. So definitely check that out. And before you do so, let's get right back into the music right here on Northbound. Don't go anywhere. I'm with DJ XP and EverythingOShauN.
I go by the name of EverythingOShauN, and you're listening to Thessaloniki, or you just heard Thessaloniki right here on Northbound.
Jeez, take over. You're the first person who's actually ever taken over and taken over the drop. Yeah.
48 episodes in, I'm the first.
You're the first. I figured you might as well. We're celebrating the drop of the EP. So congratulations again on this EP. We just heard Thessaloniki, which I feel like I'm not pronouncing correctly.
It's better than. It's good. You did pretty good. You did pretty good.
And I want to hear, a little bit about this song, because I immediately knew that it was Greek just because I've been to Greece before.
Right.
But why the name?
Well.
And why Greece?
Well, you've been right? Well,
been.
Well, let me tell you. First off, our father, he used to live in Greece for 12, 13 years. So he went to school there. He speaks Greek. He writes Greek. He's always told us about going to Greece.
Yeah.
And then, I'm like, yeah, sure, Dad, whatever. I didn't really look into it. But as time went on, you're online, seeing these baddies going to Greece all the time.
All the baddies, white rooftops.
I'm seeing these white rooftops and this blue water. I'm like, where the hell is this place? And they say it's in Greece. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? I thought this was only in the Caribbean or wherever. So I'm like, this is unbelievable. This is. He's like, I told you gotta go here. So, and he's told us about his he's had his own love stories and stuff out there in Greece. So we just decided, this guy made this beat. It sounded like to me.
It
I don't know,
like far away from here.
Yeah, it sounded like not being here. And you know, we just said let's and we always like throwing in real things that like happen in our lives to like create an actual song. So so Thessaloniki, that city, he's talked about it since we was little.
Because that's actually a deeper, you know, deeper meaning to the song now.
Right, for sure.
Deeper meaning.
I love that. And has your dad always been an influential person, like when it comes to music for you? Is he also a musician?
Yeah, well, not a musician per se,
but a music connoisseur, I guess.
Connoisseur.
Yeah, played a lot of music when we were growing up. Just from a production standpoint, just like different styles, genres, like tempos, like everything. He was like Oshaun always says, he was the first Spotify playlist curator.
I love that.
Yeah.
So we just heard a lot of different sounds growing up.
His library was crazy growing up.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that.
All kinds of genres.
Well, it makes sense because, you know, now he has two very talented sons, and I feel like both of you are so versatile. For the people who don't know, you know, DJXP produced this whole production EP, so you need to big yourself up.
Because,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay, like this is, you know, your brother, your tour DJ, but no, it's you're also producing.
Oh yeah,
exactly,
for sure.
And have you always been working together from the start of like when you both started making music?
Not necessarily. I would say earlier on we had our own cliques. You know, from high school we had our own groups of people. You know, we'd cross paths sometimes in terms of like the studio recording. But he had his own people, I had our own people, and I think eventually we started to realize that we were wasting a lot of time not working with each other. You know what I mean? You know, you'd have disagreements or creative differences with your friends or peers and or other people around, and we realized that by the time all these conversations and arguments happened and everyone went home, it was just me and him.
Just there.
Yeah.
And we listened back to the work that we did or he did and I did, and we have our own opinions on it, and we're like, what are we doing? Like, why don't we just start
I love
little
that.
stuff on the side?
That makes so much sense to me because you know, there's a lot of people who, like you said, you'll start off working with in the beginning, and you know, there's disagreements or people just kind of like drop like flies, and it's like we put in all of this effort for, I don't want to say nothing, but for what? It's almost wasted time.
Yeah, honestly.
For sure.
Well, you know, I'm super excited about this EP because there's a whole lot of bangers on there. But you also come with really, really sick visuals. Have you always been a visual person?
Yes.
I love this. Yes. Perfect straight answer.
For sure. I think that's one thing that we've always prided ourselves in is to when we actually have the resources to put together visual, I always want the visual to look aesthetically pleasing, whether it's a storyline, whether it's certain different directors, colors. Yeah,
because you're surpassing numbers too on YouTube. People are paying attention.
We're trying to take.
Yeah, people are paying attention.
Trying to take still, but we're happy with that. We're going to continue doing that.
Exactly.
Sure.
Let's get back into the music, and you know, after this episode, you're going to go and search up EverythingOShauN on YouTube.
Please do.
Check out everything.
Please do.
Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Northbound right here on Key Radio. And we're back. This is episode 48 of Northbound. Thanks so much for listening. As you know, I play all emerging Canadian music every single Friday here on Northbound, and I am back with EverythingOShauN and DJ XP.
Indeed.
And y'all are global because your music has been featured in some films and documentaries here and there, and I want to talk about that because I think that's really cool, and it kind of like ties into how your visuals already look very like a movie,
right?
And you're now the soundtrack matches the visuals, and I love that. So your music has been featured in the TIFF short film series called Shortcuts. It's also been in a DoorDash documentary and on the Stars hit show Reels. That is wild.
Yeah, Heels is
Heels. Yes.
It's a wrestling show, a new show on Stars.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good show. You should check it out.
Yeah, no, it definitely
even if you're not into wrestling, it's like the behind, like all the stories that goes on behind a company putting on like wrestling events and stuff. So it's really cool. And we grew up. Well, a lot of people grew up watching wrestling. You know, The Rock, Stone Cold, those guys. But it was really an interesting show to watch.
Yeah. No, I love it because, you know, I feel like your music definitely deserves to be heard by a lot of people. And
we appreciate you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
This EP is fucking dope. It's super exciting. I really love like the color scheme that's going on and everything. And you know, we're talking a little bit about TV, and you said wrestling, which is making me laugh a little bit just because I don't know if you've heard it, but The Rock put out like a rap song.
With
How do we feel about that song?
Listen, to me, The Rock can't do no wrong, man. Like he just
at this point.
No, I mean like wrong. I mean like wrong. I mean it's
I wish y'all saw my face. I'm like,
this man could do whatever. First of all, he's the highest earner in Hollywood right now. He does. I mean, I don't even know when he sleeps because he's like literally all over the place. You know what I mean? So
that's
I mean,
true.
shit. If he feels like dropping a verse with one of his friends, I mean, go ahead, man. Do your thing.
Yeah. He was coached through it. You can.
Oh,
you guys are so nice. I love it. I'm like
Rock,
waiting for my time to talk
man.
shit. I'm like, damn.
The Rock can't do no wrong to me, man. Shit.
I love it. Well, you know, it's interesting to see like a star venture into something else. And I mean, I don't know if The Rock has made other music, but
right.
He was back in the day. He did a record with Wyclef. When he was actually in wrestling. Yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was probably a little better than this because it was more fun, like his persona. But
well, would either of you ever dabble into like acting or something?
Well,
like
he's an actor. You can see it in the.
Yeah, that's true. You are the
videos.
star of every single music video, and you
So
do
far,
a very, very good job. Like,
well, we have to.
No, yeah, for real. No, there's a lot of like you see. I'm not trying to shit talk anybody, but you see a lot of male artists, especially, not put a lot of effort into like acting in their music videos, and they kind of like let the scene do it and let the girls do it. And you're not about that.
No, I can't. I mean, to be honest, I am a trained actor, so I've gone to school for acting. I was in Brock University. I did theater education there,
That's
performance arts. I've been in the city. I've been a part of some theater companies that did tour like plays.
Yeah, that's sick.
I've done some of that before, so and I'm excited to get into acting and again like serious acting, but for now I'm using the opportunity with the music videos to
it's a perfect in though too.
Oh
right?
my god, listen man, like I love videos, man. Like me as a music lover growing up, if you didn't have a video for a song I enjoyed, like it really bothered me. Like I'm like, why don't they just make a video for this whole fucking album? Like I don't understand this, like but so I tried to. That's even with this project where there's 4 videos for this too. So
so you better check them all out.
I mean, check them all out. Issa Rae will drop sometime in December. So.
Yes, and speaking of Issa Rae, that is the next song we're gonna play right here. But I want DJXP to drop this.
Drop it
right here.
All
on
right,
Northbound.
straight from the brand new project we got out right now. We got Issa Rae. Check it out.
Jeez. And we're back in this bitch. I'm your host Ajuki, and I'm here with EverythingOShauN and DJ XP.
Yes,
and we are celebrating Everything Is Right Here, Side A.
Yes.
Side A.
Right
that
here.
means that I need a Side B soon. But before the Side B, we'll talk about the Side A.
Side A.
Yeah, so I know that there are a lot of people involved in this project.
Yes.
Do you have anybody you want to shout out here on Northbound? Because I love, just shouting out the whole team, because I really recognize that it's not just about the artist, right? It's always about the creative team, and it takes a lot, and I must say it must be so nice to have your brother in the team as well.
Man, that is I tell him all the time, whether he believes me or not. I mean, we get into a lot of fights, but I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do 90% of the stuff.
And it's someone you can count on, right?
100%.
Right.
We both have the same goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our visions are aligned, so it's just easier to, you know what I mean? Just, okay, go. Whatever he tells me to do a certain thing in the studio,
You'll try it.
I'll try it without really feeling like he's, interrupting my creative process just because I trust him that much.
I love that.
So, I got to shout out XP, producer. I got to shout out 5 Piece. That's my our mixing engineer.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't sound as pretty as I
For
sound.
sure.
not DJ XP saying for sure.
No, for sure. He puts we know him too, because we always have a lot of changes and things.
But
switch
people don't realize that the audio engineers do a lot of work,
Man.
and it takes time and dedication, right? Because there's a lot.
I'm telling you, I was talking to him maybe a few months ago about process, and it was like I I was thinking about it. I'm like, yo, this guy listens to my voice probably more than people who know me.
Yep.
Right? Who see me every day, because he's constantly has to listen, edit it, change this, that, and the third. He'll know the words of my song more than I would.
Yeah.
He's hearing it more than me. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why a lot of artists don't really, especially in today's industry, they don't big up their engineer. And
no, for real.
I make sure to highlight it, because if it wasn't for you and Five, like the sound, like I would sound like whatever, like sound like, I hear a lot of artists. It's like, yo, who is the engineer? Let the people know what the sauce is, man. Let them know why you sound how you sound, because these guys deserve it too. So I got to big up Five. That's one of my good friends too. Shout out KP, she's over there.
Yes, KP.
KP in the building.
And speaking of KP, I know you got some merch.
I mean, she's rocking something right there too.
Jeez.
we're all rocking some of the staple stuff, but
yeah,
we got new stuff coming that she's been working on.
Love that.
And she keeps us organized. She deals with the whole line, shipping everything out, getting it to the right people, talking to the distributors. She does a lot, so I gotta big her up always. For keeping us clean.
Clean.
She made sure this jacket was tough too. You know what I mean? Like,
I love it. No, everybody that I've seen that affiliates themselves with you or as part of your team is really about the passion, honestly, and they really see the picture, and I really appreciate it. You not that there are people in Toronto that are ill-willed, but I find that some people just really aren't about supporting people, and you are, because you've been supporting me. I hope you know that, and this is why I've knew that there was the right time to meet y'all both and sit here, but you've really been supporting me, and I really appreciate it. And I really have to big up all of y'all, because y'all are organized, you have it ready, down packed. Like, you're definitely somebody that is very inspiring in Toronto. So I just need to give you your flowers.
Thank you very much. We're working at it. We're nowhere near, but it's a process. We live and we learn, and we're learning as we go. Like, we don't have certain guidelines that's really taking us from one point A to point B. We're figuring it out as a collective as we go. We're like, okay, we did that. Okay, we did it with that project. Okay, that was a mistake. Okay, we're not gonna do that with this one. And just keep the energy going. Most people that end up working with us, like we have a very small team, but our extended network is large. So we'll always reach out to the same people for outside work, and that tells you that there's a relationship. So I got to big up Felice, who's one of our photographers.
Yes,
she's one of the best in the city. I call it a GOAT. Me and KP call it a GOAT because she makes my stuff look incredible. For sure. Shout out my brother David. He's another photographer, and all the directors that we worked with, from Christine to Dan, who just did Thessaloniki out right now. Y'all go check that out. I gotta big up my boy Marcus. I gotta big up Marcus. For sure, Marcus Letts. I'm in a short film. I'm in a movie with him actually. He's directed his first movie, Marcus Letts, and I'm in that movie coming out next year. So
I love that. Everybody's doing everything. Everybody's booked and busy.
What can we do, man? We were locked up. We're locked in the house for 2 years. You better figure out something to do, man.
And that is why I know everybody is so excited about this new drop. So again, congratulations on Everything Is Right Here, side A.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait for a side B, and you guys better be back for when side B drops.
Perfect.
I
guarantee.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at AJUKIX, and make sure you follow Key Radio and subscribe on YouTube. This has been episode 48, and I want to let everybody know where you can find y'all on social media. Where can they find y'all?
Y'all can find me anywhere. No, I'm joking.
Everywhere and anywhere.
You can find me everywhere. No, EverythingOShauN.com is the easiest way to go. EverythingOShauN.com. All my socials is there. Instagram, EverythingOShauN. YouTube, Twitter. They won't let me put the second E there, but it's whatever.
Some light.
Yeah, just go on. You'll just go on and see all. You'll see all the socials on EverythingOShauN.com. And check us out. Definitely go to the merch store if you're trying to cop some tees or some hoodies. It's the season right now. It's getting cold out there, so hoodie season is in full effect. So y'all go check that out.
Yeah, you can catch me Express, aka DJXP, Twitter,
Express.
Instagram, everywhere.
Perfect. It's been real, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having us.
Bye. Take care, guys.
Take care.